Hi guys, John Jackson with Alliance Insurance here, and I want to talk to you today about liability insurance and why you probably don't have enough on your auto policy. So let's talk a little bit about what liability does in your auto policy. People want it for just one reason, and that is so that they are obeying the law. See, what liability does is it proves that you are financially responsible. The state should let you drive a car. It's pretty simple, right? So people want the cheapest liability insurance possible. Go to work, live a life. Because in most places in the United States, you cannot live without a car, right? So we need liability insurance for that reason. But there's more to liability than just meeting state minimum requirements. The whole purpose of it is so that if something happens, almost always an accident, there's coverage for what the person that has the insurance is liable for, right? Now we usually think about that as, oh, we've hit someone, we have to pay for the damage on their vehicle. At the most basic level, that's pretty much it, right? But let's go a little bit deeper into what it really covers. Most states are like North Carolina, and where your auto liability limits are going to be separated into 3 different categories: per person, per accident, and property damage. Let's talk about property damage. So ignoring all the most expensive cars in the US right now, right? I mean, like, I'm not talking about if you hit a Bentley, even though that's terrible. I'm talking about what happens when you hit the next tier down, right? You hit a brand new Mercedes. It's $75,000, right? You total someone's Mercedes, that's 75 grand. And if you're responsible for that and you've got the state minimum, you're out a lot of money. That is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about why people think they have the liability they need, but they really don't. I'm not talking about going out and hitting someone's Tesla, which don't do that either. This is a serious issue, and that's just property damage, because the real kicker here is if you hurt someone. If you seriously injure someone in an automobile accident, the average for a disabling injury, they're not dead, but they're permanently changed at $61,000. That's a lot of money. And if you accidentally, God forbid, kill someone in an automobile accident, you're talking about over $1 million on average in settlements just from that one fatality. So really, really, really quick, 30, 60, it's not going to cover it. That's why at Alliance, we always recommend that people get 100, 300, 100. You're much more likely to be covered under a whole slew of things that can happen with $100,000 per person, $300,000 per accident, and $100,000 of property damage coverage. That way, if you hit one of these brand new vehicles, your insurance is going to pay for it. If you, God forbid, hurt someone, unless it's the very, very worst circumstances, insurance is probably going to pay for it. And it's going to be up to $300,000 per accident. So if, God forbid, you hurt a few different people, you could still be covered. It really doesn't cost that much more to protect yourself from what is not an unlikely event if you go out there and get involved in an accident. And it happens all the time. We see it all the time, and that's why we recommend what we do in this industry. So if you watch this and you think, gosh, maybe I don't have enough coverage, maybe John's right, what you need to do is contact one of us, right? Call us at Alliance Insurance, go to myallianceinsurance.com, find us somewhere, email us, whatever you want to do, and ask if you have enough coverage, and we'll be happy to look it over for you. If you do decide to get more coverage, but you kind of want to offset that, what you should do is look at my other video, my video on package policies. And in package policies, I tell you about why it's such a good value to go ahead and get your home and your automobile insurance with the same company. You'll get a discount that'll go ahead and lower that as you increase your premium on your automobile insurance by properly covering yourself against what could happen out there in the real world. Thanks guys for watching. Talk to you soon.